Peggy 16.
Alrighty. Yeah, I know. Running a bit late. Because, yeah, the t-shirt I was wearing didn't fit with the green screen, so I had to switch it up. I mean, this Simpsons one isn't much better, but it's a lot better than it was. At least this is kind of faded. Bye. Everyone's off. Bye, what grammar are you talking about, Si? Oh, wait, I know what I've done. Virtuous doesn't have an apostrophe. Yeah. Yep. What? Let me write it down. Write anything else. That's easy to fix. Fix. But choose. Thank you for that. I would never have noticed. Bye. I think because the stream information autofills, so it's whatever Twitch has. I'm just bad at spelling, so yeah. Oh yeah. I'm doing a quick last second check before everything started, and yeah. Stupid big, there's a big green bar on it. Twitch goes, damn it, you don't. Yeah. See, yeah, there's actually no excuse. Let's turn BGM down a little bit. Right, that's alright. Aye, it's bad. because I'm filling in Twitch, then I should see it. I do see it, so I've no excuse. But how about you, Si? How's your Sunday been? How's your weekend been? How's wee Otis doing, actually? I've seen the updates, but always feeling about a bit better the day. But yeah, it's fine, just a bigger pest. It's a wee owl pest who's gonna be a bigger pest. Gelkin, how's it gone, pal? Just in time for the wee run through. Got notes. Oh, you couldn't actually see that because of the light. I've got notes for last time. Are you doing the Sunday after Glass Games?
My depression is temporary, but these ass cheeks are legendary.
I don't know. Don't think so. I'm not sure. We're all busy the day off, obviously, with Glass Games, but I'll let you know. Yeah, Monica, how are you both doing? So, I'm glad you're here actually, especially you, because you'll be able to keep me right, and if I've misunderstood or missed anything. So, last time we started Butcher's Last Word, we woke up with B in the room, we're playing as Sigma. Managed to get out the room, met everyone else. So we've got Sigma, Fee, Dio, Kay, Luna, Quark, Tim, Yuji, Clover and Alice. Clover is from 999, who seems to know Alice, who looks like the person that was frozen in ice. All ice, Alice. There's some of the group has been check visit. Check away. Make sure everyone's free and let us know. So Clover and Alice know each other. B is like Fi, I knew I was going to say that wrong. Fi. So we've got Fi, who's in the room with us, who's paired with us. So everyone's either paired or solo. We are paired with Fi. Tim, Yuji, and Quark seem to know each other. Kay, complete head to toe in armour, doesn't know who he is. We don't know who he is. Dio, I knew I was meant to do something. I was meant to get a wee Dio sound for this. Nah well. Excuse me. So, bit of the first Greek alphabet. Yep. Aye. Sigma Phi. Fuck's sake, Sigma Phi. Aye, obviously. It's just trying to remember everything else. You know, throwing the Greek letters at me. So we did the first escape, which was in the lounge. She had us mixing a lot of drinks, doing those stupid riddle of like, here's 3 statements, one of them's lying. You just never understand. But did it, mixed some drinks, did some Luna Eclipse stuff, managed to get out, met up with everyone, and we've had the whole thing about bracelet points. Everyone starts with 3, we need 9 or above to get out the 9 door. But to get points, we need to vote, and we need to vote to ally or betray. We voted, and actually had to vote against or with the person you were you did the last challenge with, which was Luna. So I have went with ally, which was against what I said, which was against what chat said, and we left it. First count as 1 vote against the person you picked to go through a door with. Yep. So we chose to ally. I can't remember. I think you get 3 points each if you both ally. If you both betray, you get nothing. If you ally and they betray, you lose 2, and you gain like 5 or 6. I don't think it can be as much as 6. Must be like 5. But if you reach 0, you get injected with poison, and you're dead. So that's it. So we should continue from something like I can double check. Files. Let's see. No, that's past. That's not a secret, is it? Nope, not that one. No. I know what, it's not important. We're going to find it in a second. So, there we go. So, we left off with, we've put a vote in. Everyone else has voted. Zeroth, the third, I guess, has said, right, let's go find how everyone else voted.
Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's
See what the
different this
results are.
time.
This time, right. Okay, I stopped before Fi said that. So, it seems like Fi's already done this particular type of Zero Escape, whereas Clover's done 999 version.
Looks like you're all here. Finally.
I like 2 each. Thank you, Si. 2 each.
Let's get ready to rock!
So I'm really hoping that, well, actually, if you're allied, they betray -2. Cool. So really want everybody voting the same, or us voting betray. And them allying. Yep. Is it? You just want to make points. We don't want to get to 0. Get to 0, we die.
Round one. The results.
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Here we go. So we're all starting with 3. Right, so the other pairs betray. I'm gonna take a wee note. So Kay and Clover betrayed. Just I want to keep track of the voting. So Alice was ally. Dio and Quark will betray. Was ally. Signify ally. And Luna ally. Take note that Alice and things like you. See, I'm taking note because they're more likely to ally with me. Actually, I don't know if it's kind of game or they allied, got betrayed, so the next time they're going to assume they're going to get betrayed and they'll betray. Find it.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Oh,
Chills on
no,
her.
it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
Well, 2 others have done.
I believed in you and Fi.
Oh, there's going to be some arguments. When Luna glanced away, I threw 5 what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tim Yuzi's voice. Els, Chronicle, how's it gone? Was it what? Jeez, the time is 1. I know, mate, I know. Tell me about it. How are you both doing? How's your weekend been treating you? You've just came in to the voting. It's been a bit of betrayals, and we're the only group that is allied. Just chucking it down, I had to run inside. Right. It was chucking it down here. It waited until I stepped out the door to go to the shops, and it waited until I got back in to stop, and it's not been since, which is pissing me off. Just fine, Chronicle. Hopefully this, seeing me fuck all this up, will pick it up a little bit. It's nice earlier, but now rain. I mean, the heat's still on. It's like 22, 21 degrees. It's, yeah, not on.
Quark, what happened?
No, it wasn't me.
Really?
Mr. Dio tricked me.
Actually, yeah, the pick of the finished Rook test print. Yeah, Gerka's got a 3D printer and has printed a chess piece just to give it a go. Wait till you see this. Oh my god, that's a set of stairs inside and everything. Should quickly jump here. So you can see that. If it focuses. I mean, it's a lot more detailed. I mean, focus on the screen! Nah, stupid camera. I mean, it looks a lot better than this photo showing off. It's quite blurry. Oh, there we go. And you can see the wee stairs inside and everything. It's grand. And it's grand! So, what else have you got planned? I know you've got the wee wedding toppers coming out of that, but have you got other things you're planning on making? You think the child is lying? Yeah. Because Dio's going to say,
He
what?
told me he'd pick Ally. He
Did he?
promised. That's why I let him do the voting.
Is this true, Dio? Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
There we go.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. And you wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard.
Does
He's
that?
had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
Sake, man. Oh, so it could be Quark's just like, oh, nice and nice to his face, but that's what he's actually thinking. Or is Dio full of shite? I mean, probably both. Cinema, there's so many plans, like custom minis for other people for one. Nice. Oh, Els, I forgot to set up a Dio sound.
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave?
I will do it for next time. If true, Quark's a Tory for. No, sorry, Els. So hold the other sounds you could play for something that.
I've got a plan. See?
Bye. That hat does scream Tory voter, doesn't it? Try to have a new cat just stay home with a dog. Ooh. And how is that going? And how are you doing? Fungus feeding cheese, I haven't seen you here in a while. How are you, pal? From cat stresses. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of test hisses, maybe a couple of slaps.
Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
Do you know how Steven, somebody says, oh, here's what happened, and it's like, see, the longer it goes on, the more you're like, is it?
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying
Dio.
jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa! You believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man.
Too many details, yep, aye. That's what's just makes it a bit. Only one slap from the cat being anxious when the dog took a treat from near her. One slap's good. How long have you had the cat now?
All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard!
So
I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you?
what's the deal with that?
I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Would you though? Today's the first. That's not right. one day and there's only one slap. That's pretty good. They're both still quite young. Like the settling in wouldn't be too bad, kind of thing. And they're eating snacks. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Get a couple of days to adjust and should be, if they're eating next to each other already, that'll be fine.
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much.
Very likeable, eh? Cat's 12 and the dog's 3. Oh, aye. Cat's gonna know. Aye, slap the nose, a wee hiss when the dog goes too far. The dog will learn quick enough.
You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It's all right. I
I
understand.
need to deal with
I'm so
this.
sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
That was a lot more amicable than the other one. Caps McCallie had 16 cats. Well, I like cats, but I don't know if I could have 16. We have 2 other cats plus the dog. And how is she feeling with the other cats? And how are those cats feeling with her? I think dog got his nose slapped once and avoided the face for that. Dog's a quick learner. Dog's a smart one. It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself. He would only sniff butter this time. Axis. He'll know it's hard like slap me for there.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Oh.
Zero, when does the next round start?
Okay.
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are.
So I need to close them.
Let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed.
The other cat's chill. The 4-year-old's scared of the cat though because her cat isn't afraid of the stalking the youngest cat pool, so they run off. It sounds like even though it's been there a day, like it all could have went a lot worse basically, so it's kind of like this is best case scenario, isn't it?
Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon Round.
The Moon Round.
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
So we've had the Sun Round. We've got the Moon Round. Can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them.
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
The good idea where they stand with each other. It seems like it, doesn't it? Because if they didn't, I think there'd be a lot more fighting and pissing and scratching probably.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
Cards with big arses. Gonna just jump around mooning everybody, say.
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on. Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. 2100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897.
The way I play, we might reach that round, that last one. Left the cat to go upstairs. Two rooms are leaving the dog downstairs. She didn't hiss. She didn't hiss that time. Perhaps the dog's not sure if she doesn't hiss regular, it's just shocked by the dog. It might be a wee bit of a shock while she kind of like settles to kind of figure out what's here, what's the surroundings kind of thing. I think she'll be fine though. Hopefully it's like she just doesn't hiss because she's that chill. Maybe. Miss having a bunny, they're so good.
I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
If it's anything like this bunny else though, like... Can I ask you something?
Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah. So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
Zero reminds me of Jacob, that bunny with a crutch and a big brother for having him neutered. Oh, you know, so we knew then. It's like, I know what you've done, and I know you're to blame, and I'll never forgive you. What did they do? Did they just like be like, I'm having nothing to do with you? Kind of thing, like, brother went near, it's like, nope, stay the fuck away and just like, attack him or whatever.
Well,
What do you mean?
you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see
Sort
if
of
the
scanner.
right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
Every time I just drag dead boys across. Aye, that's it. Just first person to have 9. Just stab them. Away we go. Taking that. We're away. Don't even need to wait till I personally get 9. Every time my bro came in the room, he would run away, then do a dump, then glare at him. The other bunny didn't give a shit and enjoyed the fussing at the fence. I think it was because he was a giant bunny and had less to fear than a smaller bunny. Could be. So, knows what's going on and knows his size, and he's like, looking at it, I can take you, by the way, and I'm fucking happy.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding!
Yep.
As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
Oh, so as long as it's scanning, so if I was to go through, if I had 9 pair, I would need 5 to be there with 9 as well. So, in theory, if I'm understanding this right, Sigma and Phi could go through with 9 and everyone else could walk through, so long as those are scanned. No, that can't be right. Then I just give every one person the point? No. Yeah. I know when I was saying it, I was like, nah, it doesn't. But it needs to be the pairs, I don't know. I don't know what I'm on about, but I know I'm wrong.
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
It's bracelets, not people, so if people die, you could take the bracelets. Which, mind if I borrow your arm? Don't worry about this saw. It's fine, just ignore it for the time being. Don't think that's been explained yet.
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon
Right.
as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero,
Take a
wake
guess.
up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do.
Oh, well, I see.
Which reminds me of the Trick Tower arc of Hunter x Hunter. But was all very captured, play these games to escape type thing. It's alright, it's like don't mind missing an arm. Is it? You're not left-handed, are you, Dio?
It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
I know.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
Since Dio is a right, yep. So if he's right-handed, then no problem. Just off you go.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep.
Electric thing in the hospital. It just rhymes with Dio.
When someone
Aye.
dies on a TV show.
Zero has nicknames for everyone. I don't think Zero's called anybody by their real name, have they?
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
You sound like a Fitbit.
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules.
Get in a jag.
I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
I think Zero's a pretty good villain.
There. That's
I
pretty
know,
clear, right?
like, Zero is an AI, but it's
If I had to
pretty good.
guess, I'd say it's going to be 10 Miyaldi or less. Or...
Alas.
It might be both of them.
I say you'll just, like, prefer if it didn't even exist. Bob Pelton
What?
might be getting the thunderstorms in. Zero with the commentator's curse.
Why am I
Oops.
going to die?
Love the game at Zero, or this version of Zero. Is it the voice acting that just you can't go, but you don't mind like reading the text? I guess you just need to have your heart stop briefly beating alive. I'm like, well, just says if the heart stops, so you could get defibrillator. I can't say it. The defib thing. Shock you, stop your heart. Shock you, start again. I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend it. And the first Zero was just an idea, rather than the person. I mean, you can at least sense the evil. Joro lives within.
I guess I can tell you why.
Joro could stop time, then I technically... Was it Joro could stop time? Aye, Jotaro can stop time. So Jotaro would be fine.
BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
You can do it without the time stop. Why I think so hard about that?
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
So many things relatively, but slightly different. But he does stop his heart without Fair enough, so he'd be fine then. Needles and bracelets are going to activate and will die.
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
Yeah, we give him his training, which is why I would like, please just practice before you give it, just in case. So, Vi had been right, but how has she number 40 told us?
I see.
Niche ability. It's a weird gene, but
Alice and I only have 1 BP.
it's not the weirdest thing in JoJo.
That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
Well done.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
Also true. There's a gimmick of Flash type characters making the heartbeat so fast to check things out beaten into being stopped that it worked too, but yeah, these are just regular folk.
I think it's fair.
So it did go through a lot at a young age.
After all,
Yeah,
it's not like anybody else knew. Right? Right?
doesn't have to train. He's not gonna.
Yeah, I guess so.
Powers part funny to consider. Any one of them could have those, but they just don't out themselves as having those powers, so don't know. Maybe they all just seem regular. I know they are. But I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people so long as you had the right bracelets. Bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart stopped. If your BB hit 0, needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
So, we now have the cyan.
Me too. Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've
I
gone
didn't
from
even
solo
click
to
what
pair.
mine says. If it changed, it must have changed solo.
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
I know, it's that game. It is very grounded in reality. It's kind of out there as something it is. If you consider hints about Alice in the last game, she could really be hiding something. So the Flash basically did the broken skeleton due to power levels, except for heart rate. I think I've seen I can't remember what series it was, but I did see a clip of Flash doing that, I think, to trick Batman. Because some alternate reality Batman had kidnapped everybody. As you do.
Back when the AB gates closed.
Right, I'm Alice,
Your colors
seems.
get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random.
Is it
No
random?
rules or anything. Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu.
Right.
Sadly,
Now it's pet.
we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again. Did you really really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Sucker! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
You mad? That's exactly what I thought when it said that. Right, I suppose now it's time to pick a team.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
I think at some point when they build this massive, elaborate death traps and make up tons of rules for the game, you think they just go, maybe I should just have them run away from flying swords instead. It'd be much easier, wouldn't it? So you could just set them up all around that room. Don't have to deal with all these changing colours, solos, numbers, bracelet points and all that. It's just, nah. So whoever survives, we've got like, what, half an hour of this. You survive that, the door will open. Away you go. That sounds gross. I really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've
Next
still
room.
got a while until the chromatic doors open.
There's that many rules, but also the game isn't just them trying to kill these people.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits.
It's like they want them to escape. Or at least you can assume for the first game, they actually do want them to escape. To like, for bigger purposes. Probably a good point. What if there's a tech issue with the bracelets? Does Death Game text the book? Just imagine some wee guy with like IT in his t-shirt coming in saying, let me check them for you.
Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up.
5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so.
Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn, how the hell did I end up here? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad, that you know of. I didn't know anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they wouldn't be very disappointed. Obviously I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete. I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. Oh, okay. But it was just the one time. And she was the one who went after me. Okay. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put into the nonary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? My internet is constantly dying. I am loving the use of these stars by the Perries. It is good. Not good that internet's constantly dying. Is the weather still pretty shocking with your Monica? And causing everything to black out? Or is it just the internet? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. There we go. That took a while to fade. December 25th, 2028. Oh, 3 years away. 5 years away, I can't count. It's like, Schooner Politician's wife? Ah, there were no repercussions. Especially Chronicle, since he did nothing. She came on to him. I mean, absolved from any and all responsibility then, eh? It's okay today, it's just my ISP being a little B word. Aye. They just actually I wouldn't even put it past them if they tried to use the storm as an excuse to be like, oh well, we're still trying to fix things, you know, storm and all that. Things fucking up. We'll get to you eventually. But this couldn't be the work of a politician, could it? Like, as soon as the wife explained to the politician, it was all me. I pursued this guy. Don't do anything. Politician would be like, then let's not worry about it then. It's like all's forgiven. Let's just forget about it, shall we? This just isn't the wife. Also true. And it's a little too competent for a politician to pull off that as well. Like, the only thing they're good at is like having some piss poor attempt at a fucking party in their offices during COVID. Anyway, early morning California desert. Start button. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing the paper due that day and was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I'd looked at the clock, it said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. Monica, is this you? When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that it was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry, I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning to go to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself and a bunch of happy couples would really be a good idea. Anyway, I stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. Yeah, sounds like you've got a heart failure. I slid out of my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. At least I got his assessment before he got kidnapped. Fuck. Imagine waking up and you'd be like, I've still got that fucking assessment. What professor in their right mind is going to believe me when I say, I forget it, I was kidnapped by a talking rabbit? You'd be like, okay, no extension, you fucked it, that's a fail. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. Nothing. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise like metal on metal and fell silent. God damn it. It sounds like your engine's fucked. Stupid piece of shit. I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realised the truth. Gonna grab a coffee, don't complete the game. Oh, sigh. No worry about that. We get it, your car's cool. Well done, Sigma. Shit. Open, goddammit. What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through his fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. It's a mask. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. And here we are at the start of the game. And then we met Phi. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Recap done then. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay has said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight and headed off. Let's go... Actually, let's have a wee swatch in the living room. See if we can work our way through all of them. So this is where we did the first thing. What's it called? Puzzle. I don't think it infinitely loops you in this. What do you mean else?
Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
What's the moon puzzle? I still don't get what you mean else. The last one you kept going in circles. Oh, right. Okay. So I won't keep doing that.
Did you find anything suspicious?
I mean, apart from being locked in a room with weird puzzles and stuff.
Secret pathway or something.
You really think that's kind of detail I was neglected to mention?
Anything else then? Anything out of the ordinary?
The whole thing is out of the ordinary. Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary. There we go.
How about this?
Have it all started customizing on stream. I accidentally started drawing on eyebrows with a chalk pastel. Did they rub it pretty quickly then? It's not obvious. It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. It says it's going to happen on December 31st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve then?
Yeah. 6 days from now.
What did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Today's Christmas. So...
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
You came on Christmas, about 2 or 3 in the morning. Just going to realise how much time has actually passed.
Yeah.
I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd.
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days.
Well, yeah, Zero obviously has some sort of life. Can't be going around just kidnapping people on the same day. I was trying to sketch off stream so I know what to paint. I don't like how it is, but if I paint over it, it will smear. Could you put something over it? Like, let some clear nail polish or something? So if you do go to paint over it, it should still stick, but not... No, wait, actually that might work if you keep it thin enough to keep it on the eyebrows. Like, might keep it in place. Or put in a coma or something. It seems like it. Well, it was just kept under for, well, at least a week in some cases.
On a Soparil IV drip or something?
Soparil again?
Theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
Hot diggity dog! This place is magnificent.
Cheers, Monica. Glad you're enjoying it. I have some Mod Podge sealant, but we'll try to redo it if it doesn't work. It's like, it's honestly, this is annoyingly, but having to redo it, but could be easily done again. It's just having to do it again. Setting, that's a good shout. Bit of setting spray for makeup. And you should still be able to do the rest of it without worrying about the eyebrows. Gonna make yourself some food and try to stream it now. Not a problem. Stream it now, soon. Is the other customer use Mr. Super Clear Sealant? Can't believe you completed the game and I got cough. Aye, come on. Honestly, I'm going to complete this today. Today might even not be the 25th. We're all discussing abduction dates.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Yep. So probably next year. I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy.
I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right.
Surprised you even progressed to text. Not that bad. But no, like I say, trying to ultra mega multitask, Annika. Don't you worry. If you need to lock, you lock away. Happy to just be some background noise while you do whatever it is you need to do.
Maybe it's because we were asleep for so long. Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
It's just, now I start streaming again, either how I started streaming to show I'm probably going to customize it. How I started streaming to show I'm probably going to customize it. What do you mean? I don't really understand the sentence. Sorry, I'm being pure dense. And what date is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Yeah, these aren't actual watches with dates and times, Sigma. Just accept the fact it's probably not Christmas Day. Nervous. Nervous starts streaming again. Right. Okay, I get you now. It's always hard to get. It's always nervous to get like right into it. But aye. The only thing you can really do is just do it. The nerves will disappear. As crap advice as that is to hear, it's just go and do it. But yeah, you get used to it. I mean, eventually you'll just kind of fall into it and just get to the point where you're going to look forward to it. And that usually comes pretty quickly. You're going to eat first. Yeah. That's the best advice. Eat and drink first, and then stream. You don't want to be sitting and trying to concentrate and streaming when you're like, I'm starving and could really do with something to eat. Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters or the infirmary?
In the quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive.
Schrodinger's
cat. Didn't make any sense to me though.
Doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us get here.
I didn't think so either.
How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Well, actually, there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
You don't have to apologise. Just tell us what you found.
See for yourself.
It's a newspaper article, looks like.
It was in the safe in the infirmary.
Let me see that. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
Sounds familiar. What's Radical 6?
Just read the article.
I swallowed and began to read. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any affected patients is strongly advised. Do you think we are in a quarantine facility? I don't. That would never happen when it no else. That's just. It's just science fiction. That shit like that doesn't happen in the real world.
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical 6 thing? Oh come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure, but look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical 6 are.
Radical 6 started to make me think, is that in GIT's SAC? What? SAC? No, that's Individual 11. It's quite different.
But if it's killing people worldwide,
acronym is.
They must be horrific.
That's odd acronym.
Now, just look at this
Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. But I take it they're pretty similar things, just virus, spread quickly, highly infectious, all that kind of thing.
This perfect, shapely face. Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease? You want to touch it, don't you, boy? I can see it in your eyes. Go on. Try.
I'm
That
feeling
could
a
just
little
be
weird.
from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people? This thing is killing people all over the world, right? So why would there only be 9 of us here?
List of the last 9 people alive. I highly doubt that though.
Think about it.
Individual 11 in a terrorist group's not quite a disease. Depends on how you look at
Zero
terrorist
is
groups. Isn't it?
forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Although, also a good point.
It is.
So you're saying there's no connection to our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Probably though. Spoilers. Watch Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. It is on the watch list, along with the little bit 400-500 programs I need to watch. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are
That's
still
true.
out
I hope they're all right.
there. Right, when did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Me either.
So what date is it? If this Radical 6 killed hundreds of thousands of people while we were asleep, just how long have we been here for?
I
There's not a
don't think
date
you'll
on
be
that
able to just
newspaper
puzzle
list.
that out.
But I'm advising it. You're advising it's actually good. I trust your opinion. You have box sets to love and to hold. I'm happy for the pair of you. I'd like to be able to just
If
puzzle
we
that
want the
out.
truth, we need to
Alright.
find more information.
I think I'll go look around a bit more then. I've already spent,
Alice
spent
and I are
plenty
gonna
of time
stick
here anyway.
around. You know, just in case you miss something. Don't really feel like I can trust your eyes.
Okay. I turned and headed for the exit. Where to next? Let's hit up the infirmary. We made it. I can't remember who was in here. How's it going? It's loud. Sorry. Can I find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
I think I picked a second gig on holiday when we were staying in a static caravan. Got a cheap DVD player and left it behind. Oh, mate.
Nothing yet.
worse.
Well,
Unless you
Alice
left next to
Clover
the
and
thing,
I
but
did go over this room quite thoroughly.
I don't know if Kay was in
I
here.
doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Zero, maybe?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
Fi, please. Why would I kill this woman?
Why wouldn't you kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
Example, this not in the box, it's like £15. The caravan had a videotape. Oof, a videotape player. God, man. Imagine that, really, like, you book something out and it's like, we've only got a tape player, you'd be like, alright. Want this cheaper? Does look fancy. Well, that looks like jewellery on that top as well. Very nice. So busy earlier I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she
Beats
is?
me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do
I would ask Tim Yoji because
Well,
he was
I suppose I might have known
pretty,
her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
he was pretty taken aback. We bought a videotape as well. This was when shops were selling them for £3 brand new films. And it was out and DVDs went in. But it's been so fucking old to some people. I think at least everyone here has a working knowledge of tapes, so £3 for VHS isn't too bad for brand new films.
You still can't remember anything?
No, not even a little, unfortunately.
One thing I don't miss about tapes was having to rewind them after you use them. It's just such a massive inconvenience that a lot of people don't even have to think about. Better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Be kind, rewind. Suspicious. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your
If
forehead.
someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh.
Alright. Jesus, man. Pure laying in. This is why people make kids do 3 points.
I'm so sorry.
It's like, if there's ever a time that people are using tapes just now, there's no way they're doing the rewinding.
I apologize for my frightening appearance.
We've all done our dues. Time for somebody else. It's not really something to apologise for. Well, the way they're fucking... the way they're all laying in, if you was to apologise and like, don't apologise, you'd be like, all 3 of you. Alright, leave Kayleen. It's a good guy. Potentially. It's nowadays don't know the struggle. I actually don't know the struggle. I really hate seeing clips of those videos. It's like showing all this kind of technology that we used when we were younger, showing them to kids now, and they're like, what is this? There was one that was a portable cassette player, and oh, I hated it. I actually hated it. It's not their fault, but it's just, see when you grow up with something, you're like, obviously, and all these Waynes are like, what the fuck is this? You're like, nah. I will actually fight every single K hater. I don't think there isn't a K hater, Skirkin.
No, I suppose not.
All we've had is K supporters in here.
Well, I assume not, but I'm not sure
What?
why, but none of this feels particularly strange.
MVC. No, I don't remember that one, Ty. I got given the black and white TV as a replacement. I thought it was broken or else. I got given my portable telly. I had, I think, playing PlayStation broke, and I got given, like, Manti had a black and white telly for some reason and gave us it, and I'm like, I'm still appreciative, but then when you go to play games on it, that's kind of reliant on colour. You're like, not something like that. That was a struggle. A black and white TV with a dial and no remote. Oh. I honestly don't know how people, this is me sounding really lazy, but I don't know how people cope without a remote, having to get up and just actually click the TV and push the button. You're like, nah. They were an HMV, like, I'll take it HMV, put them out of business then. I don't touch that type. See, if you said that to we knew, they wouldn't even understand the reference. It's just
the mask and the suit,
nah.
I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
But Kate definitely can't get out the armor.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
This might be a pretty obvious question, but
Oh, there we go.
is there any way for you to take it off?
There's the question.
No. I've tried several times, to no avail.
It's a fun
I honestly don't even know where to start.
Just a metal one.
But there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
Oh, have a look. With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something that interests. Oh, aye. I bet it took no time. We always had a big colour telly downstairs. The black and white guy was hand-me-down. Right, everyone had the hand-me-downs for the bedroom, didn't they? I was a 2000s baby and still had a black and white TV with a dial. Oh, wait. You know the struggle then. Like, you're allowed. Robot, exactly else. Robot arse, that's exactly what they noticed. The sweet robot butt. To be on. Oh. Okay, that sharing that brain cell. It's been over a decade. There's a hole here on the back of the head. It says
hole?
Open. It's like you insert something. Do you, eh? So maybe you get some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see.
Potentially.
That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Yeah. That'll be for way later in the game, I'm guessing. What a tune! Punk, how you doing, pal? How is your weekend treating you?
I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait, a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
You know what? That was pretty damn smooth. That was so nice. It was a wee treat for the ears, that.
Well, it does.
Just like you.
But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever.
The badness? Well, actually not a lot's happened. We're wandering about rooms. We're waiting for the time to tick down so we could do some more puzzles. I say do some. Where I can struggle with these puzzles and you just cannot get pissed at me trying to do these puzzles and just getting progressively more raging. Mid-2000s where I can vote, still be called a youngin', I think. Compared to everybody, you're a youngin' in here, to be honest. Finished Tears and got that Diablo installing. Nice. How'd you find Tears? Did you enjoy the ending? Stop it, I'm early 90s. It's one of those that break my brain because you don't remember where you were during 9/11 because it didn't exist. Oh, man, no. Oh, God, so young.
Imagine having glasses, for instance.
This makes me feel so old. Entering a real high. Nice. There's DLC coming out for it, isn't there? Oh, there's... Oh, wait, was it announced at Direct? I can't actually remember if there was DLC announced. I watched it, but I don't remember most of it because I was switched, so what's the point? In a real high, pointing nipples and all. That's a good ending. That's a very good ending. I thought they announced something to do with Tears. Oh, must just imagined it. There was for Breath of the Wild. It'd be stupid not to. If everybody is loving Tears, I would be surprised if they just left it. I don't remember I was 9/11, but that's because I had undiagnosed ADHD. That'll do it. That's a legit excuse. I just remember I was in school. I can't remember what year I was in, I think. No, I can't remember what year I was in, but I remember finishing school and somebody coming up to me saying, "Do you hear that America's been bombed?" And you're like, "No, I've been in school. How would I know?"
Wearing them doesn't feel strange, but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time.
His
Forever,
ending was
would you?
excellent. Link, ink, yeah. Yeah. That'll be the mix up then. Just kind of see what happens when you just kind of half watch something, you just hear bits of words, you're like, I'll make the connection somewhere. I was sleeping off jet lag returning home from summer holidays in Florida.
That's what
Lucky you were
wearing a
home.
suit is like.
Well, where was everyone else?
Well,
Like,
I think that's enough
Els
about me.
has the excuse.
Should
I was
we
in
move
school.
to the next
Gertrude
room
was jet lagged at home.
No, I'm staying.
Like,
Me
you were
too.
staying in that
See,
room.
Well then, I will move ahead and what do you intend to do?
I think
Where
I'll
do
be
you
moving
plan to
along.
go?
Crew quarters.
Very well. I shall head for the lounge then. Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Bye, Kate. To school in PE. I can't remember what. I think it might have been like a double science period I was in. It's probably school. We'd have to ask your family. I remember the rolling years was happening when I got back from school. I remember being told, like, because the first tower was hit when I was in school, and I think I got home just as the second one hit. Because the mum was in and she put the news on and was watching it, you're like, this is just, as bad as it sounds, it looks like something at a film. Like, just couldn't comprehend that this is actually happening right now. And it is news reporting it. Aye, it didn't look real. There was something going on where there was a rumour of an electric surge and everyone was jumping. Should have made sense at the time. I did. Well, the rumour before I got home was people that America's been bombed. I think that was pretty much it. There was nothing about, obviously there was no details because we were in school. But, aye. While I was still in school then, my older cousin was born. My youngest son was almost 5. Oh my god. Oh. So your mum's going to remember then. Potentially. Raging wanted to watch The Simpsons. I don't even remember. What else happened? I can't tell you anything else I did that day. I just remember getting home from school, seeing that. That was pretty much it. It really wasn't to do with 9/11, it was just a school kid's stupid thing. Wow, school kids being stupid, that's... I just remember panicked phone calls from my grandparents making sure we're home and okay, but I was so tired the next day. God, your poor grandparents, Gakin, putting them through that. Your uncle died a week later from the air quality. Oh, in America? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yep, aye. What was closer to me in size age? Thumbs to dust. Aye, I was only 4 years older than me. Love that. Cage dropped Flo silently around him as he returned to leave. I mean, whatever the family behind him. God, man. It's just so weird. It's so weird. We're like your Moz age. It's so weird. Oh. Holding off of this, just think stuff. Fuck's sake, So these are the true quarters.
Oh, Sigma.
Yeah, hello to you as well. According to Mother, I didn't really get what was happening. I think that's fair. That's fair. It was just like, it's a lot to process. Like for any age, where you're like, is this real? You know, but now it makes me feel like I should act like an unofficial auntie or something. So you did pull off. I'm proud of you. Well done. Very proud of you. Youngest aunt is 10 years older than me. It's weird. My youngest aunt's only 7 years older than me. Which is, it's really weird how it works because my auntie's 7 years older than me. She's 7 years younger than my other auntie. My other auntie's 7 years younger than my mum is. And my mum, it's so, there's like 7 year gap between us all. Aye. It was hard to kind of get it. And you would have been 7, so not getting my strategy is fine. Also fair. So it's like 7 years just kind of like, what? 7 years don't watch the news. Is it they'll see stuff and they'll be like, yeah, cool. Can I change the channel now? Aunt Snuggles can be younger. That is very true. I don't think I know anyone with an aunt and uncle younger than them. But yeah, easily done.
What are you doing here?
Come and have a look. Come on, don't be like that. Like, don't be a dick. Not enemies, are we?
I wonder.
What happened to you? Just generally, what happened to you? Why are you such a miserable prick? The first big news event you remember was probably that. I think that just kind of replaced every big news event. I can't really think anything else. The youngest aunt is 20 years older than you. It would be weird. Imagine being in school, like you're the year above your auntie or uncle. It's weird. You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's body. Yes.
Oh, you think so? But you're
Tell
sure
me
it ain't
more.
just all in your head?
No. Fine. Let's move on. You and Quark. Is he your
What do you wanna
grandkid?
know?
I mean, why do you think? Keeps calling you Grandpa. Of course I'm going to wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find a little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. So tell me, Yoshi, are you really Quark's grandpa? Clover? Luna?
Where'd you come from?
Bugs probably makes you feel bad to tell something about the troubles. Troubles? Oh, you wouldn't know much about the troubles, will you? It's all that English should make to feel bad about that. The Iraq War. That was after thingy. Actually, with age, obviously. Are the plantations preventing famine aid? Really? Man. Fuck's sake. But I think I've got not to worry about the troubles. Scottish have done nothing. Actually, that could also be an issue, they've done nothing, but you know what I mean. I think it's because we had a bottle of Tony's Tipple in the house. Tony's Tipple? Don't remember not watching the news a lot as babe, so don't follow it. You don't really follow it as Owain, so yeah. Could have meant the first Iraq War. Oh fuck, Diana. That was a pretty big news thing. Oh, sorry. In 97. Okay, first Diana or Robbie leaving, take that. Both big cultural impact things. Actually, the way some people were acting about Robbie leaving, take that, there was actual helplines made for people, like for fans. And you're like, okay, fair enough. I remember being in school. Yeah, in school when he was running. Jesus. I think we still have the walking beer somewhere. Oh, if you do, you need to send us some pictures, else. The Robbie thing was huge, and like, and like getting covered in things like GMTV and just so massively blown out of proportion. It's just Westlife breaking up over here. Westlife never broke up. Brian, I don't think Brian leaving had much of a cultural impact as Robbie leaving for some reason. I probably remember Diana dying because he was murdered cancelled. I mean, yeah, fair. You coming home and you're like, why watch cartoons? You're like, no, Diana's dead, so let's make every program or channel about that. July 95? 95? Man, nearly 30 years ago that was. And that's still a big thing. Brookside ending was Dark Days, although I think is it all 4? Or is it 4OD? Channel 4's streaming thing. I think they've added every single episode of Brookside to that. So if you're still not over the fact that Brookside is finished, you can watch it in its entirety. Just so you know. Not for those that actually have access to it. I think that was it too. I was tuning in to watch Power Rangers or something. It's like, why is everybody greeting? It's like, has Power Rangers been cancelled? Is that why you are upset? I definitely remember later in elementary we were doing Obama and Romney activities. I was after him because he actually went by Mitt. It's Mitt Romney. It's quite the name in it, Mitt. I have no clue what it's written, but I have a link to it. I might double. Oh, Punk. Please do. Please make that the new adventure of, like, when you take some time off from the podcast. What the fuck do you want, by the way? Google it, have a look. Obama allowance. Oof. Sigh? Jesus. Claims? Moving on, has she? Els, cheers for the hydrate, pal. Sanjay, pal. Oh, pardon me. Aye, that's a Obama Lewinsky. When was that? That was after Take That, wasn't it? But 8 or 9 when the Healthcare Act was passed. Jesus, man, so young, so young. Sign his name on the dress and the cigar. Aye. When that news happened. Went about the same time between 95 and 97. Jesus. So there was a lot happening in the mid to late 90s, wasn't there? Then the link over Discord. Let's have this match. Oh. Get this working. I'm covered in pain, man. Yeah. Oh, that's heady. Right, hold on. I'm gonna have to pull this up because these beers are hideous. God, everybody's name on Discord is fucked. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right, let's see if I can add this one. There we go. Look at that. Ashdown's Ale, Tony's Tipple, Major's Mild. Jesus, man. That's hideous. There's Tony Blair one. Nah. I just would not want that anywhere near me. Although, what does it say the winning? There was a winning bid. A winning bid of £15. £15 that went for. Man. Can't believe it's been an hour and a half and it's been nosy. It's been seeing no escapes yet. I know, sorry. Sidetracked. Very concerned that the beer man was taking this to what? Wow. Those beers could Star Wars. Can't stand any of them, but they did them. Didn't they? Those sketches are horrendous. Oh, it sucked in a Majors, man. See, no one would. That's why Tony's Tipples went to the Ells household. There was no Major Mild in that house. A lot of my family from the Jersey and England brings up memories for them. Even the Wildfire Haze recently brought up memories. I'm not surprised, man. Like that, all that stuff's gonna be quite triggering. Even like similar things like that, with like smoke from the fire and stuff like that. Like, not surprised. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Right. You need to do some escapes. So let's at least try and do even one puzzle. Here in northwest of England, it's labour or death. That's the way it should be. Actually, no Tories anywhere. Just don't even bother.
It's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here.
Are we missing somebody? 1, 2, 3. No, that's all 9.
This is the crew quarters.
I feel like someone's missing.
I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji.
World's slowest bit, I know. I told you it would be, Sai. So I was trying to bring a dinner party, so I was quietly furious with the invite. Oh, aye. No, those are those are like revenge gifts. It's like, they're in your house now.
We decided we'd split up to investigate.
And then you get to take the piss out of somebody, like whoever drinks one. That's forever known. It's the first person to take a sip of the John Major one is forever called Major's Mild. It's the rules. So, did you find anything?
No.
Which one?
I found 0 things.
Fuck's sake, Sigma. What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Fair. Yeah, you've got a point. So I actually think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place.
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the Nonary game.
Yep. Really? I thought the Nonary game was a couple of rounds of the AB game. Why would you need puzzles and stuff then? Well, there's no letting on they've been in this before. Or diving more into it. Well, what is the nonary game then? Why is Zero making us do all this?
Well, this is just speculation, but
Is it speculation?
maybe it's for entertainment, so rich, powerful people can watch.
Not a bad shout.
Yes.
Entertainment?
They're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Not a bad shout.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest
Someone's
of the
watching
game.
Squid Games? Aye. Sorry to say that. Images of Squid Games playing through my head.
No. Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what'd we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans.
Probably.
Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Senior is the one who murdered the old lady?
Someone must have.
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Yeah,
well,
7.
Alice and I can't be Zero.
Right. Gonna have to give me a little. Give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
What? Come on. Alice and I know each other.
Right.
Well, how do you know each other?
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
Okay. Where do you co-work?
An organization?
That's
Okay.
kind of vague. What kind of organization?
They're dragging this out.
That's... I can't tell you.
What do you
I
mean you
mean,
can't tell
I
us?
can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay?
Why can't you tell us?
Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think it's time to be playing it close to the chest?
Yeah. What if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Hey.
She's not going to say a shit.
Sorry to butt in, but it's time to go.
What? Time to go? 4 minutes. It's past time. We gotta go.
You think?
Oh, I guess we'll just have to continue this later. We need to get back to the doors.
Shit. Okay, shit, right. Let's go. Right. Let's see how quickly we can get out of this one. Right. So next decision is going to be which door you think. Sigma's a bit of a bam. I mean, Junpei wasn't great, but I preferred Junpei to Sigma. Open. Right, I'm going to decide what door we're going through.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Ugh, you're late. What were you doing? An apology is
Chatting.
not going to cut it. I can't go through that door without you. Zero said we'd get penalized if we didn't go through the primary door before it closed.
Yup. Junpei was a teenager with a crush. Yeah. That's why he was a bit more... He could suffer more than Sigma. Sigma's just an
Are
idiot.
you trying to kill me?
Of course not. I thought you didn't need a partner to get through the primary doors though.
Are you kidding me? Think it through, Sigma. Yes, you can go through the primary door by yourself. Now you're standing in front of the secondary door. The time limit comes and the primary door shuts. Now what? Now you're stuck is what? Without the right number of bracelets, the secondary door won't open.
Yes, Sigma.
Do you understand?
Obviously.
There'd be no way to open either door, huh? Man, that sounds even worse than getting your lungs turned off.
Sorry for worrying you, Quark.
Quark just looks like he cannot be fucked with anything.
Alice, now is hardly the time to be fighting like this. As you can see, the primary doors have
Clock's
already
not looking
opened.
well then. I thought there was like the game might have froze or something, but maybe
Must
not.
hurry and decide who will be going through which door and with whom.
So,
We're
how should
almost
we
out
pair
of
up?
time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only 3
Right, the options Fi laid out for us were the following. Clock found the good kush. So, option A, Alice and I, Cyan, would pair up with Luna, Yellow, and go through the green door. Yoshi and Quark, Magenta, would pair up with Clover and open the blue door. I and Dio would pair up with Kay and open the red door. Or, Alice and I would pair up with Kay and go through the blue door. Yoshi and Quark would pair up with Luna and open the red door. Fi and Theo would pair up with Clover and open the green door. Option C. Alice and I and Clover would pair up and go through the red door. Yoshi and Quark pair up with Kay and open the green door. Fi and Theo would pair up with Luna and open the blue door.
3 minutes,
3 minutes.
remain until chromatic.
Going to erase the eyebrows and reapply acetone and then start mixing paints. Sounds like a plan. Don't know who I'm picking yet.
I'm not pairing up with Kay.
That takes away an option.
Why not? We'd end up playing against each other in the next AB game. Last time, you betrayed Clover. How am I supposed to know you won't do the same to me? You can't be trusted.
How unfortunate. To be honest, however, I would rather not go with you either.
Okay.
Yeah?
So that's one option the race
What's
for
that?
us then.
Well, you only have 1 BP left. I very much doubt you'll choose to ally in the next round. Even if you promised me you would choose to ally, I'd be in an undesirable situation. You see, I wouldn't be able to choose to betray. If I did, and you were true to your word and allied, then I would kill you. So there you are. That is why I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji. Of course, for the same reason, I would rather not be paired with Alice.
Okay.
That's not a problem. Sigma and I will be taking Clover. I trust her more than any of the rest of you.
Yep. I want to go with Alice, too.
Don't I get to say?
I would like to go
Doesn't
with
seem
Sigma
like it.
or Phi. They chose Ally last time.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm Phi's partner. You should pair up with us. Sound good?
No.
I am also opposed to that choice.
If Alice and Clover pair up, and Luna and Dio pair up, the rest of us don't have a choice. We'll be stuck with Phi's option C.
I believe I mentioned before that I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji.
And I don't want to go with Kay either.
What we're supposed to do then?
1 minute.
Luna seems like a good egg and Clover is always good. Well, aye. Apart from the axe murders. But then that was Junpei though, that's in the past. We can forget about the axe murder. So suppose technically the axe murder never happened. Fussy price of people trying to escape. Aye. For life and death situations, they're all like, well, I think we can all discuss this. Like, Quark's looking.
Over. This is it. We're all gonna die.
Are you all right?
No. That's not it. Don't you get it?
It was a very, very bad
You're
push, wasn't it?
gonna die. We have to die. We have to die here.
Existential crisis is kicking in.
All of us.
What the hell? Oh, snap out of it, kid. Oh, come on, Quark, talk to me.
No, I'm fine.
Aye, you seem it.
You're the crazy ones. Getting so serious about this stupid game. We should just stop. End this. End all of it. End everything.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have time. Who's being lumped with Quark then?
Chromatic doors close.
We don't have a choice. Quark's with me. I'll carry him through.
But we still haven't figured out who's going where.
I can't afford to be picky anymore. Someone just choose. I don't care who.
Sigma, you have to choose.
Why is it?
Please, just
Why
do
is it Sigma?
We don't have any time left.
9, 8.
Right, I get it, we've got a countdown. Where's the option? I swallowed. Alright, Alice and I will... I think I'm going to stick with the green door. Alice, Luna, the green door.
I'm coming.
They both took off the door and I followed behind it at a run. I glanced back over my shoulder in time to see the others head out in their respective doors. Phi, Dio, and K. Okay. Phi, Dio, and K ducked into the red door just as Temiyoshi carried Quark through the blue door, Clover right in his heels.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Loading. I'm trying to be systematic with this approach. So first option, next run through, second options. Aye, then if there's a third, fourth, fifth. Don't know what we're doing after the fourth one. It seems like the most peaceful option. Aye, we just... Oh, an easy life. Easy run with this. Oh, the body pillow. Luna is a baby. Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
That's unfortunate.
It looks like the device next to the number 9 door.
So we're scanning some wrist bracelets in. Oh, never mind. Probably don't have to scan them then.
It opened.
This makes sense. Did he pick the waifu squad? I don't know, is this the waifu squad? Why would just the one in the right open? How do you open the other two?
You're probably just overthinking it.
Just go through the right door.
That means we're going through it. Bring it on. Don't go soft on me now. I'll leave you behind.
Come on, Sigma, let's go.
Yeah. Let's boost. We have just over an hour. Oh, actually, we've got more than an hour. 45? I thought it was a lot later than that. Acting innocent. Is it unbelievable? Look at so to me now. Right. So I'm assuming figure out this puzzle, probably go through the left door, like that puzzle and then go into the treatment room.
It is kind of confusing, isn't it? What is it for?
Well, I think it looks like some sort of workroom.
A custom body pillow printing company. Do we have those over here? Not a clue.
If you say so.
You know what? Google it and let us know,
We should
Punk.
split up and search it.
We need to find key cards with moon symbols on them.
Yes, they should be somewhere in this room.
Right. Let's have a look. A wee mix of 6 for the living room. Okay, examine this. Antenna, computer radio. Yep, so it doesn't go on. Battery's dead. Don't think it runs on batteries. An electrical socket on the side. So we need to find a power cable. Don't think a bug when I see it. Can I spin my god sometimes? We don't need anything else. Chevron. Is that oil? Maybe it's an Egyptian mummy. Body pills are comfy, it's just a shame associated with falling. Etsy comes through once again. But Etsy have got their own like custom body pillow printing. It's a robot. Maybe it's a robot. There's no maybe about it. I can't imagine it's anything else. Couldn't write. That's insane. What do you think it is? Body photos not about? No, luckily. It's a well-made mannequin. Right, a robot thing. Right, So we're looking for a star. Let's look at that in a second. The white jacket. Something under the pearl. Big Harold, the ID 11010. White jacket with another chevron. Oh, and a binder with a single piece of paper. Need that second. That kind of thing. Okay, Alice, calm down. Oh, bashful, you can be cute when you're embarrassed. Just remind me of the word Tory couple. It's the felt like toys. What's all else? What if I have a picture behind folk? We all know somebody who could do a rude Photoshop. Uh-huh. Yep. Cool. 3 chevrons, nothing else. I just feel dizzy all of a sudden. No idea, which makes it pretty useless to us. Okay. Next we got battery A. This key, it obviously goes to this cable, but it won't turn. Right, so we need to fix the key then. Got to type up for a bit. Wedding planning stuff calls. Hopefully we'll be able to drowning after. Drop in. Like, what? Like, jeez, but not a problem. Hope all the wedding planning stuff's going okay. I'll chat to you very soon. Cheers for being here. It's massively appreciated, pal. Whoa. Right, gotta get to that shelf then. Wait, can I combine these chevrons actually? I can. Right. There we go. It won't fit. Same shape, but not the right size. What's a little too big? I'm not trying to click on the door, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to move around. Just that what ducking out for wedding planning. Started to paint some blue accents, very nice. The switching dials everywhere, they all make absolutely zero sense to me. There's a button. Most of the buttons are boring, they're just incomprehensible, but this one speaks to me. It says, come on, big red button on a plate with black and yellow stripes. It means press it. I couldn't scream don't press me any louder if it said don't press me on it. A self-destruct button. The moment we press it, we'll hear a soft hiss and the room will start to fill up with poisonous gas. Or launch a missile. Seems a little... It's okay. There's no way anything really dangerous would be right out here. Enterprise might start streaming it. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. I'm pretty sure Zero Senior wants to play through this whole game. It wouldn't make much sense to just kill us in one of these rooms. But, you know what? Fair enough, Luna. Go for it. Nothing happened, so there's nothing to get mad about. You heard that noise though, right? Like something trying to start up. Let's just try pushing it one more time. There's again. I wonder what's meeting. What if it is, it doesn't sound like it's working right. Kinda sound like it didn't have enough juice or something. Oh wait, I need to see if I can combine the battery with this. No, okay. I don't want to look at the bottom part, I want to look. This. A desk with some drawers, a PC monitor, and a keyboard. Yeah, management's built into the monitor. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but there's a single cable coming out from the back of it. Like a power cable. We connect to something with an electrical socket. I do. That's the battery. Plug the cable into the radio and...
I am your shadow.
What have you found, Els? Well, cheers for the luck, pal. It's been a wee while. I hope you are doing good. Thank you for that luck. Appreciate you, pal. Guess it's nice if we plug this radio in, but what do we do with it now? I'm going to try turning it. And to adjust it so it picks up a specific frequency, maybe we'll feel something. Get lucky, maybe we can pick up transmissions from outside. Right. Here's the tweet. Before the more frequent profile subjects, the pro Nautilus Elite eugenicist couple were both big-time Redditors. Here's the wife showing off the anime body pillow of herself she got custom made for her husband. Oh my god. No. Thank you. Press the tuning buttons exactly 4 times. Right. Before I do that, there was a frequency list. That's a lot of IDs. Just remember them as being weird, not cycles. Yeah, that's yeah. Custom anime body pillows are just absolutely nothing compared to the rest of it. 10107 1006 1068. I can't seriously have to go through all of these. 1119 112 250 hertz. I try to prevent my mic pillow from being plenty. Try finding one you need. Well, I'll write them all down. I don't even know what ones I need. No. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, I don't know what I've done. I'm sure not all body pillows are evil. Well, if I was on a body pillow, you'd know fine well it wasn't an evil one, so I'm sure there's other non-evil ones about as well. Nice. The monitor. The monitor is on! I need to click on it. Right, noise radio and turned on. So it's some kind of voice recognition system then. So maybe put something on the screen. It's a blueprint of the room. An image of the room layout, you can review it in the archive. Right, got this X, whatever that means. On, off. Right, so we're missing... Whoa, something then. Like that poster. Okay, it's just in my body pillow, pure luxury. What would be? Imagine, like, you could get a pillow with the same kind of size ratio to you as a body pillow to a cat. Good. Imagine having a pillow that big. Would you describe yourself as kawaii? Probably not, to be honest. What was it? Maybe it's a clue. Let's take it. Found a poster with an eye in the centre of it. It could be an archive. I think there was something else. Right, so I can't turn that round or anything. What I need to do is look at what I have. So I've got a rusty key, I have got anytime we're supposed to have house, or something on the back. Got this. Something in the back of it. 11010. That was the frequency. How do you say it? Boo boo. Like boo boo. Is that what you mean? She really stretched out on it, got mad and moved it. I don't blame her. If I had a cushion that big, I would not be moving off it. Nope, none of these. Right. And I don't think I need... That looks like it should be something. It's not. Ah, look. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. I'm even looking at this. Yep, do it. There was a red X on it. I don't think that spot X was indicating was right around here. Let's try to remember. I don't think. I think there's an X on the map that's indicating this area. Was would be no. Thought that was like the shape of the skull, but apparently it isn't. There's a button. That just isn't Terminator in the slightest, is it? It's giving you a lot of text there to record, an Uber for every mood. Aye, like pure, Eyes. Seems like it's on. An X map is indicated somewhere in this area. It's a good box. Oh wait, hold on. That like the other side of the box though. The X is like up here somewhere. Because if we look at this, this is a rough sketch of the room. The door that we came into is like here. This is the box, the robot, so the X is like there in this bit. And that's the only bit we can seem to zoom in on. So I'm missing something. No, Alice thinks there's something somewhere. Right, so I'm missing something. My brother has finally agreed to let me get milk poisoning. Okay, drinking a very big milkshake. Yeah, that is... It's a risk. Are you willing to take the risk? Still not working. Love a big milkshake actually. I was really gutted. I thought we had milkshake, but the stuff we had in there was out of date. by about 2 months, so that not really worth the risk. Right. Move up here. No. Is that something? Nope. This is ridiculous. This is the only bit I can zoom in on. I can't even click the robot from down here. I was just one is too big and feel play afterwards, but I don't there. Nah, you need to get the big milkshake. If you don't, then what's the point? Like, what is the point? This is driving me up the fucking wall, man. So we don't have anything for that yet. This isn't letting me do anything. Oh, wait. There we go. So, do this. We will eventually get back round. Oh, too much. There we go. We have a bottle of detergent, a screwdriver, a silver key. No. No, not for that. Right. I was looking at where the star goes, but the star won't fit in here. Nah, doesn't fit. Or, what I could do is have a look at this. Okay, right, no, don't rush Grant with that. Blade of Punk got one of those hot chocolate and velvetizers, but it's been too sunny. I really want to get one, but it's just... Actually, you would think now would be the best time to get one, because it would be cheaper, because nobody's going to want milkshake. No milkshake, hot chocolate. And when it comes in the winter, that's when they bump the prices up. You just turn the power on or off with the big red button. Try pressing the big red button, but it does nothing. There's nothing yet. Nothing yet. Let's see. Yeah. Use detergent to clean up the oil. But I don't think detergent by itself is going to be enough. You need something to wipe it up with. Yeah, so you need to find a rag, which we don't have. God, the turning for this was so slow. Oh, what we could do, possibly. Medical license. It's just not going to let us like take a bit of the jacket. Okay. Anything else? There's nothing else we can do with this for anything that we've got. No. So I think a rag or something that just isn't in this room. But definitely nothing else. No. Can't get anything else in this. Okay. Wasn't the white thing a rag? White thing. Not seeing a white thing. Unless I need to have this equipped. That's a slap. Can't seem to get to anything else. Nope. I'm clicking return too quick and it keeps clicking the same things by accident. Right. I'm losing it, man. Right, so we get a silver key. Don't think there's a lock on that. I don't blame yous. I really don't blame yous. Large red button in the center. Something is missing. So still got the name tag. Just a screwdriver. Can you use it on that? Nope. Nothing else we can do with a laptop. Puddle of oils. Just gonna keep saying that until we get the rag. Yeah, so that doesn't fit. Can't really do anything else unless we can find some stuff. No. No. I don't even know what. Use the key on what? The only lock I've seen is over here, and I tried to use the key and it wouldn't even give me the option. There's no other keyhole. There's a shelf by the computer. Fuck's sake. I hadn't clicked on there, so I didn't know that was the thing. Thank you, Saki. I hadn't seen this keyhole because I hadn't clicked on this. Every time I clicked on it, it went to the computer, and I realised I had to click below it. So there we go, so there is another keyhole. And now we've got the other star. There we go. Open. Right, a handle. With a star. Now we're getting somewhere. Perfect. Yep, thank you, Sai. Just had to click on those drawers. They didn't even look like drawers. Oh, robots. One with a pair of boxers for some reason. That'll be the rag. Robots. We're gonna go the stream of blindness route. Okay. That's what I'm sticking with. He's got a hose or something. We get to the cheese. Right, you know what? Take. Oh my god, so much discussion. Just take the boxers. Oh my god, just someone do fucking something. Jesus, man. That was ridiculous. Right, now we can go with this. Sure, like, here, you might not believe me, then I wouldn't blame you, but that's what I'm sticking with. Right, let's do this. 1, 2, 0. Upside down. 120 volts. I know, hypocritical me either. Absolute dragging my fucking heels with this whole thing. Oh, I will take that. I suppose I can combine those batteries, can I? Nah, okay. Just thought I'd check. I was going to do it, it's completely went up my head. Right, don't need to think with that. Right, so there's nowhere I can put these batteries yet, I'm guessing. It was just dropped in from the ceiling. Definitely nothing else with these. I can see. Oh, wait, hold on. These things are weapons. You can see there's a bit of a house. Sure, I can see people buying monstrous metal skeletons to stock their house vacuuming rooms, folding clothes, and rocking children to sleep. Don't think all these robots here just to scare us, surprises or something. Which just seems like an awful lot of work to go just to get a reaction out of us, you know? Yeah. Right. Can we button that activates all the robots? Just thinking about all of them suddenly waking up, taking a look at us with dead, inhumanized and slowly beginning their inexorable march forward. Yep, never survive. That's not what I meant to do. Was it just the robots that came down? Apparently not. Right, I have a feeling this means there is a connection there. Supply the correct voltage by connecting the wires. Begin anywhere on the left and finish anywhere on the right. Okay. Right, so I need to get... Ah, right. So, I did this at 60, 95, 105. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's 110. And I need 120. So it doesn't really matter so long as it just goes up to here. Or it comes out to the side. So that is 110, that's too much. That's not connected to anything, so we start on the right and work our way round. Oh, that was it last time. Missing 10. Oh, missing 10. Damn it. Oh, I'm missing 5. Way too much. No, I know, not numbers. Numbers. 120. Forty is too much. It's gonna be too much. Oh, at least I can see the numbers. Right, so what here add to 120? So we've got 40, 75, 105, and 120. That doesn't work. Oh, go that way. No, this 10 needs to be part of it. Which can't be from that angle. So 35 must be part of it. That'd be 40, 70. 5, 15. There we go. 35, 10, 45, and 35. Well, we've got it. So I looked at the screen. Well, looked at that screen sooner. Actually, the 10 and the 5 definitely had to be part of it. But it says though. Did it say though? Please press the power button located on the console. See, having to drag around like this, it gets a little bit. Right, got it. Push it. Just press it. Yeah. Building up something. Where these other robots come from? We send them back. Trying my best. The eyes. Oh, gold. I call them down. And some of them have glowing eyes and some don't. So that's like both of them, one of them, none. 1 and 1. You like robots? I say bring more. Just bring them all in. What have I still got? I quit this just because. Glowing. None of them are glowing. Just a little drop down from the ceiling. Before you put the answer in, work out which is the extra code and do that one's first, or else you have to come back and that's a pain. You know the part I was about to write down the pattern. So I go left side of the door, eye of the ice. Okay, yes. And that. Okay, let's see that last one. Last two even. Let's go to that one. That one. That one. And then on the right side. That's both. And right. Right again. So honestly try to get this to move. And none. To the left. Then the sound for this is really starting to annoy me. Where would I input this? Yeah, note down the pattern of the eyes. You keep saying item, it's not. Remember the stuff I have. We've got battery A and battery B. Something with an... Oh wait, something with an eye on it. I forgot all about that. Poster with the eye. Aye, punk. And yeah. You're trying not to say absolutely. Sometimes you just need to say it plainly. And back, invite inserts done, bridesmaid dresses arrived, the bridesmaids told. Other stuff can't be done for tomorrow. Fair enough. First, mini Britain's type shit is coming together. It is coming together very nicely. Right, so I'm going to write this down. RBEM. No help, only hint. My hint is also use them batteries. I've not found any way to put the batteries unless there's going to be something else I haven't clicked on it now. What part of the console? No. No. Oh my god. Just one fucking scroll to the side. There's no way to, is there a way to change that option? I can just suppose I could do that, but that's a pain in the ass. That's actually fucking worse. Nothing else to do with that. I can't combine these batteries. No. Red battery, blue battery. It says right here, it's a battery. Maybe it goes in some sort of thin electronic device. Fucking what? genuinely no slots I can see where to put these batteries. Can't do anything else with that except zoom into the robot. Can't click on the top portion of this. Okay, right, cool, that was all me. Cannot combine that, of course I can't. Can't combine that. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, fuck me, that was ridiculous. Right. Oh, some sort of security lock. Enter the password, then press. Yeah, I'm gonna be in fucking robot hell forever, aren't I, man? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so. 1, 2, 3. So if I've noted this down in the right direction, see if this is right. What's that? Wasn't all. That doesn't even look correct. Yeah, I've noticed this done wrong. O-S-C-N-O-E. Yeah, that's just fucking wrong, isn't it? So that would be... Unless I've wrote these down the wrong way. Stop. This one would be... Yeah, I know what we need to do. I know this spell well. I just need to double check the wrote down thing. Jesus. Let's see what I've done. I see what I've done here. So we've got those eyes. That eye, which is fine. Both eyes. 2 rights. 2 rights. No eyes. Off. Okay, that's the long way then. 2 left and right. Then those. I think I wrote down the letters in the wrong way, so that would be... No, this is even less sense. No. Oh, this is just annoying me now. Let's see. RB. AICONNI. OSNHC. OEP. Yeah, I think I'm getting confused with the perspective. So this row are these robots. It's like one smell. So I'm guessing the eye in the middle is this one, right? So that's that in this row. Beacon is correct. So it's me, man. Seriously. See how this fucking scroll, man. Stay my box in. Right. Yeah. Definitely fucked the other letters. So, oh, I think I see what I've done. Right. Beacon's right, so that's fine. So, the other ones. So, Beacon is that side, so we don't need to worry about this. I could just guess it. I probably could. Oh, fuck it. Right, so we got both of those eyes. Left eye. Left eye. No eyes. Left eye, right eye. It's starting to feel weird. I'm just starting to get fucked right off, man. This is ridiculous. I feel like a fucking idiot and it's what's pissing me off more. So that isn't right, because OSF doesn't make fucking sense. I think I'm looking at it the wrong way. I think I need to start this side. Not doing so well. Sense either, man. Flip it round. Alright, so I think I've done that. So it would be... Oh no, wait, that's not it. That's done wrong. OSCFENHEOEP. So I26. I think I've got this in the right. So the CFENHC. So start from this side. And that doesn't work either, man. Speedy milkshake. Nice. What flavour milkshake though? Milk, cows and stuff done first. Probably, aye. Yeah, but just fucking platform, man. Just scroll. Jesus Christ. You know what? Can somebody just tell me the code? It's actually starting to fuck me off and I'm feeling very stupid and it's pissing me off. I just cannot fucking see this. So I got Beacon right, which is the easiest bit. C-O-N of hope. Honestly, that doesn't even make oh wait, hold on. Yeah, yep, see what I've done. Me, man. Sake. Can I take bands easier? No, that'd be too easy. Fuck, man. Yep, I'm utterly broken. No, not that it doesn't make sense, it's I didn't get it, but then looking at it, I see what I've done. I've just fucking annoyed myself. Yeah, I'm just being an idiot. Screen, what is the screen telling us? Right, that's the safe password, but I still need to figure out the gold one, so I don't need to do that again. So what have I got? Oops, not that. Still need to do something with this. That would go well. Did I press this button again? Nothing's happening. Trying to find the ceiling. That wasn't used for anything though. Name tag, that was something back. I'm looking at it. Anything else I can do with this? No, it's not that one I look at, it's that one I look at. 11010. I don't think that's enough letters. Look at the eye shape. Oops. That. Will it give me another clue? Oh, the 11010, that was for that one, so that's not anything. Think about the pattern, and I definitely need to get another word. Let's look at the pattern again. So that would be alright. And that would be so looking at it another way, it would be looking at the blanks. I'm not looking at Amps, I'm looking at this. So the pattern you were talking about was the one where the lit up eyes were spelling out a word. So would that not be the ones that aren't lit up are spelling something? Oh, I clicked back. Oh, looking at this now. Aye. Lit up spelled beacon of hope. Yeah, so not lit up spells. Let's see. Put it down right. That. Of. Nope. world needs to make sense. Yeah, aye. So that's that. It's not just the exact opposite, because RM doesn't start as any word. I've got REM. Aye, so I've got REM. So the blanks would be REM. Your second E for beacon. That one. Oh no, wait. I don't have I. So the I part spelled it B. This. No, this E. A. C. N. So if I ignore those ones, and it says R. E. I. Remini. And then of hope. So that's O F H O P E. The letters have broken, everyone. Is it that? Oh no, it's that O. The S was lit up. Jesus Christ. So Remini or Remini. Man, Mel Bacon is trying to be like explaining there is a delay. I know, I'm just God man. Just not having a great fucking time. One of those days the brain just doesn't work, and it's just the more you try and make it work, the less it works, and the more fucking frustrating it gets. Is just exactly where I am right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 letters here. And excuse me, sorry. So the letters that aren't lit up are the reminiscence. I don't know what the fuck I've written down wrong. I'm just, I don't get it. I don't care. I'm actually past giving a shit at this point. It's different. Symbols have changed now in different places. Two passwords. No, not memo. What's that up? This is it. Jesus, man. I don't fucking know. I'm having an absolute fucking awful time. So I need to put the blue one in first. Star, sun, moon. Star, sun, moon. Oh, sun. Yep, so always need to put the gold one in first. Otherwise I'll have to come do it again, is that right? In another playthrough. Now let's just see what's inside. So I've got the secret. Golem. Let's solve these. Fair enough. Nothing matters. Oh, okay, right. How about this? And then put this one in, which is not that one. Start, Moon. I'm going to read it in a wee second, so I just want to put this in. Star, Moon. Right. That's a lot of stuff. I don't have nothing. I guess so. So, I've got a map that says floor B. The map found in the lounge says floor A. So I've taken the elevator down to get here, so this is floor B. Because of that with the first puzzle and it forces you out, so always put the bonus score in first just to be safe. I think I'll do that. Just in case. Do I risk it? Right, so we've got our key cards, which is good. Just all else now, keep the other one. Yep. And a note that says, here's some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. Both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. Cool. All 3 of us can't abstain. Must be at least one. Why would there be a rule like that though? It seems pointless. I think Zero Senior wants to make sure people are actually playing the game regardless of the situation. Yeah, well, could be any situation. Whatever, okay. Looks like some sort of plug or key, I guess. That looks like a key for Kay's thing. Armor. I can see. What's the last thing? Last thing would be the key to the exit. Why is it not? Yeah. Take that with us. Right. Now, before I go, Golem. The Golem is an anthropomorphic creature from Jewish folklore. Golems are made from clay and will obey any orders given them by the creators without question, although they tend to take instructions very literally. A golem is created by performing a holy ritual, then kneading the clay into the shape of the person, chanting a spell and writing the Hebrew word Emet, truth, on the golem's forehead. Erasing the E changes the word to Met, which is Hebrew for death. Doing this deactivates the golem. That's pretty handy. One of the golems found in the Nonary game facility. He is discovered lying in the maintenance table of the Golem Bay. His product ID is GTM-CM-GOLM. He asked to be referred to by the last bit, which of course, Golem. Much to his surprise, end up being pronounced like Golem anyway. On a side note, GTM-CM-GOLM stands for Golem Type Male Cockney Model Number Golem. Cockney Model. So that thing was alive then. Wait, did I miss one? No. The Chinese Room is a thought experiment developed by American philosopher John Searle to contest some of the ideas about artificial intelligence. The experiment itself is explained in more depth in the game, but the general idea behind it is to pose the question, do intelligent responses indicate actual understanding? Searle contests that a computer could be programmed to respond intelligently in conversations with humans, so much so that it would seem to be human itself, but it would not necessarily, or perhaps could not, actually understand what it was saying. Of course, this raises the question, how can we know that human minds are not, in essence, Chinese rooms? Can we really say that we understand the things we say? Or are we just simulating understanding? Probably. It's all apples and pears. This seems to me, I'm pretty sure we went over this in... Oh, what was the game called? Puzzle game I did recently. I say recently. It wasn't Talos Principles that would do that, it was the other one I did. Turing Test, that was it. But there we go, the Turing Test. So we just click to the next page. Would have remembered. The Turing Test is designed to gauge a computer's ability to exhibit intelligent behaviour, first developed by British mathematician Alan Turing. The test has 3 participants, a human judge, a human subject, and a machine. The judge engages in conversation with the human and the machine, and if the judge cannot determine who is the machine and who is the human, the machine is considered to have passed the Turing test. When Vi mentions that perhaps she and her companions have been captured to perform a test, she is referring to the Turing test. These films they are very robot based, aren't they? Here's some more. Oh, we've got those rules. An acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine. Golems are robots developed and sold by an American corporation called Hephaestus Systems. Some of the units in this facility, however, have had their software significantly enhanced by Zero Senior. A portion of them have also been given ABT created by Zero Senior. Incidentally, ABT is short for Artificial Biological Tissue. So, I was saying that someone could be a golem, but with the skin on. The gist of Golem's somewhat rambling explanation is that the centre of thought doesn't necessarily have to reside in the body. In the case of Golem, the self clearly resided in the mainframe and operated the body remotely. Since the self-aware robot could exist this way, he theorised what would prevent humans from doing the same. If humans are actually being controlled by an outside force, then is there actually any such thing as free will? Well, that is deep. But that could be that someone here, it could be K. I suppose K is the go-to, isn't it? Like, wait, where is that? Does that thing not appear in my menu? That's to read the capture. That's how you catch it. You read the capture. I've definitely got that plug, but it's just not in. Okay, not in inventory then. Okay. K is too obvious and no skin. Then we're going to find out if we can actually use that plug. Okay, we're doing this. Fuck me, man. Alice took the plug. Right. Cool, then it wouldn't appear in my inventory then, would it? Right now it says lock. Gonna open the door. Open the door signal. I don't know what it is, but it's like try to click and drag and it's like taking it as like clicking on the thing. It's very frustrating. Fuck said that.
No.
Aye, okay.
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Simple no, do Alice.
That was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look. What is that?
It's going to be the golem, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Oh, blimey, that hurts. Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
It's a robot.
And it's talking.
Yep, actual Cockney.
With an
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this. Not by half. Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse?
Do you imagine they had Danny Dyer voice this golem?
Oh, that's right, cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they'd give us all a, what you call them, personality. Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that.
Cooper.
What the hell are you? Cooper. If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut. But simply, doors open.
Right you are,
just be like,
son,
nah,
right
I'm away.
You are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Golems.
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
You know what, why not? It wouldn't be the worst thing to have on your side with it.
Aren't you a clever bird?
As long as it's on your side.
Of course, correct. The Golem of Myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different though. The original blokes is spelled G-O-L-E-M, but me and me mates are G-A-U-L-E-M. That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine.
It's a very forced acronym when they take AU out of autonomous.
The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots.
There you go. So, should I just call you a Golem?
That don't seem... After all of me mates here are golems too. I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
Yeah, ridiculous.
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique.
Love the full
that's as good a
yeah,
name
coach,
as any.
I got it. I got it.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
Yeah.
What? You taking the mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
G-O...
Golem.
So, Golem.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Alright, Golem, you said Alice Darling a little bit ago, right?
A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her Darling. What I'm saying is you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw, and they're all hidden away. So I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, huh? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
Does that mean...
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero. The Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
He was fucking peeping, wasn't he? It's just like Buggy. Oh, the big brother. Fuck, see, I didn't even think of that. So Golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite. I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
Right you are, missus. It'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains.
Oh, remember the E4 live
like
feed.
your arms or legs.
Showing you absolutely nothing.
The Golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body, which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on.
Space Opera Brothers, a chance of death. That could probably get me watching.
That part of me what thinks is in the mainframe.
That's what I need to say, because I think they're rebooting it. Some channels bought it and rebooting it. As always, I think it's Channel 3, ITV. So maybe they'll toss that in.
Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like boop, 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 and eventually my body picks them up. Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body. That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a Golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Gollum stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now. And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Cool on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea, when you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain, but that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and you got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Junior is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto!
Yep, that's exactly what we said, wasn't it?
Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
Robot, how can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is alright mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, Huff? Because you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, that button on top of the safe.
You are, Governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
See. So you're not going to answer my question?
What question is?
Actually, how your shoulders can get stiff when you're a robot. So I think Zero Junior looks at the cast and I got it.
Right,
probably.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got a bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart aflutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick.
Why did I feel pain? Just thinking that, it reminds me of that Simpsons joke. I think there was a lab that was setting fire and this robot comes on fire asking why it's like programmed to feel pain. Do love a bit of rhyme and slang. Just lend me your lords and peers for a sec.
How can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Without waiting for an answer, Gollum launched into his explanation. Somewhere a pretty young girl's trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room, right, we've just went through it. All the Chinese room stuff. And a piece of paper, a question is written naturally in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But how could she? She's never learned Chinese, apart from the Hong Kong action movie or Toon College. She's never even heard of it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, She was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip that answer back through the slot. Yeah, the Chinese ground. Yeah, done a game deck. Once the Chinese questions begin to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself, why can't I read these at all? Whatever am I to do? It is at that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming, more and more of them. She finds a set of characters that correspond to the set of characters set on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. Based in Pompey. Oh, really? I didn't think they were that close. Do you, I mean? How's it going? It's awful, please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give us some twice cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? When I was 14, he was a grade ahead of me in school. What colour of underwear are you wearing? Okay. Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? No, bridesmaid is Scottish. Yeah, I'm aware. There's only a couple of devs I can think of up in Scotland, actually. Beating the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions with the pan you cook the twice cooked pork in. Yeah, these are the questions getting unanswered. All these questions written in Chinese, and the answers were also written in Chinese. All he only did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dance boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Can't say there is. This tickles me fancy, I guess. But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
What?
Okay.
What?
Nah, shut up, Sigma.
Well, what I wanted to say was this.
We're not asking the real question. It's, yeah, fair
All
questions.
them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see?
Well.
After all, far as I can tell,
It's
they're
adding-
having a
it's
nice
adding
little chinwag
flavour.
with one of their countrymen.
And a wee bit to the story. Let's check my well, guess what? Right. Interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders or a robot
You
feeling pain?
think I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother? Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread.
Brown bread.
So says the central computer to itself.
And it basically,
saying that
but
things are a bit bollocks.
seems like it, doesn't it? So says the central computer to itself.
In the interest of extricating my body from this unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, Missy. You
it has to
listen
be.
to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot. Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain?
Like a
Ain't no way
mainframe
to
in your
prove
brain.
that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person.
What if we're
then
all
it's
connected to
probably a
mainframe
person.
exactly the same?
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Some sort of field? Yeah. Fuck. I remembered the name of that field for the first game and I can't fucking remember the name now. A super consciousness, if you will. see. Oh, it's just not showing up. Morphogenetic. So annoyed. I was actually making an effort to remember what that was called. I was like, I know as soon as somebody asks me, it's just going to disappear. Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mite excited is all.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you lot.
What was it?
Got a loud chill.
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Yeah.
Makes
Proper
us look
peeled.
like human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
Command violation.
Oh.
Rogue processes detected. Product ID GTMCMGOLM. Executing emergency deactivation. Unit GTMCMGOLM.
That's not something we were supposed to know.
No other rogue processes detected in additional golem platforms. Returning to surveillance mode.
Zero just shut him down.
It looks like it.
Damn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
In the middle of what? Yep. In the middle of something important to Gollum.
Ambidex gate has been opened.
Can we hold a wait for Gollum?
45
Absolutely.
minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Do you know what we can do,
Someone
actually?
on the other team must have opened it.
It's supposed to work again. See if we very, very quickly get this. What is it? Do this, this, that. We bring this over here. Download that. And we can change this one to that. Oh, that's tiny. I don't know why that's so small. There we go. Can have the lad watching over us for all our Virtues Lash Award streams. How's that?
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go. All the way back. Make him. Oh. Let's make it the tiniest bit smaller. There we go. No, I didn't notice. I think when you click on it, it has that barrier on it. And I hadn't clicked off it to see that it was over. So thank you for that, because that would have annoyed me. Tell me if you ever find out what Gollum was trying to tell you. Guess we just need to keep playing and find it. Oh, warehouse A. You pushed through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. There stood Phi Deal Gay. What the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
Oh, daddy, I.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Aye?
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both. We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere.
Aye, we don't know if Quark's
What were you
awake.
planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Just want to say the three things he loves: football, pubs, and all that.
Nothing.
Nah, Liz.
Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either.
Still though.
In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
Found it in a safe.
Here
Read it.
are some more AB game rules for you.
That's not cool.
Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized.
Aye. Poor Gollum. Deactivated too soon.
In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell,
well,
man?
fucking
This wasn't in
done
our
deal.
room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out, they'll...
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
It seemed a little off. Aye, that's the best way to describe how he was feeling. Not having a crisis or anything. It seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Gotta get back in time. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Did you check my cassette piece review? Not yet. As I did see you put one up and I've bookmarked it to read. It's not full of spoilers. Oh, I can never remember how much you can actually put in a backlog, but it's not filled with too many spoilers, is it? I really do want to give it a go. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What was she looking at? What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head on to see what was going on when... Doors open. You can really want, but no, 5 major spoilers. Cool.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
No. Bar my future connected one. Cool. Well, as long as it's a cassette piece, and I'll give that a wee read after this, actually. It's impossible to talk about the spoiling stuff.
I mean, he's gone! We can't find him anywhere!
When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know
We were
time for
heading
this,
back
do we?
here.
Probably remember what Gollum meant, but I can't be sure. There are spoilers. Oh, is there? Cool. That shows I don't use it enough.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But He wasn't there either.
All right.
Quark's done a runner.
We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Okay. There's not a time limit for voting. Crew quarters. Right, I think. Oh yeah, I think I may have to call it there. Actually, I did not realise the time. That'd be a nice wee place to pick it up from. Voting 45 minutes. Right, so there is a time limit. So. Oh wait, don't. Let's actually double save that just to be sure. What out of that? Yes. What we'll do is start that and then go over to here. Yes, that's the one. Oh, worst case scenario is that some of the players keep looking for Quark. Not everyone has to vote. Like, Quark doesn't need to be there for the vote, but so long as like 2 out of every group. One person of the 3 colours. So long as I say 2, as long as one person votes, then it should be fine. So they could still get people to go look, but then you need to kind of trust the people to be voting. So yeah. Let's see. Right, so left that's less of a cliffhanger than last time, but at least for next week we can pick up on try to find a wee Quark, and then I'm assuming do the vote, unless it's some people are going to go off to vote, where it's Sigma gets sent to vote, or you know, Sigma gets sent to look, but we'll find out next week. What am I doing? Tomorrow is my non-working day, so tomorrow I will be streaming from about 9ish, doing some more Hollow Knight. I don't know if I'm going to finish it tomorrow, but I'm aiming to try and get through it as quick as possible, so I can make a start on Full Job Fiesta. I've got my party sorted. I just need to get all of this stream side of things sorted and get, I think it's Tiltify, is it? Because the whole point of Full Joy Fiesta is raising money for the Trevor Project, which I know is an American company, but still doing good stuff. American company, American charity. But it's raising money towards that, and I think their goal is like $20,000. But apart from that, it'll be good. Very again restrictive and starting with the thief class, so everyone needs to be thief. So that's going to be interesting seeing how that goes. But I think what we'll do, we'll jump in and see Crash. But before I go, is playing Final Fantasy 16, and I think it's later game stuff. So if you don't want it spoiled, then absolutely obviously don't join the raid. But we are going to jump over. Zarek, yes, I did miss it unfortunately. You didn't miss much because I was having an absolute mare doing a puzzle, and that took most of the stream. So we only went through the green. Did we go through the? No, we went through the blue door. Jesus, man. Fake. We're going to speak to Gollum. I did miss Gollum, unfortunately. But I'm just popping off. We're going to go see Crash, but if you don't want any Final Fantasy 16 spoilers, then obviously don't take part. But catch up in the VOD, yes. That's the good thing about doing these weekly. You've got that whole week to try and catch up. I do like Gollum. Gollum is now the stream mascot. Don't know if I'll make an emote. I might do a wee Gollum emote. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But we'll go see Crash. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 AM BST time. Yeah, 9 AM BST with some more Hollow Knight. So feel free to join us. I'll start off your day in the right way, or continue it with, you know, what's it called, time differences. But I'll be blasting through some bosses. Hopefully, well, I managed to do one last time, but I'm hoping to get through a massive chunk tomorrow. So I've got through a decent bit so far, but I'm going to go off and get some dinner because I am starving. I have had like a Subway to have today. That's all I've had to eat. So I'm going to get something before it be sick, which is a bit TMI. But thank you all for being here. Massively appreciate it as always. Let's do any thanks. Actually, just thank you all for being here. I massively appreciate everyone. I love the chat. Bit heavy chat today, but you know, I enjoyed it. It's all good. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting on if I don't finish. So I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever you're up to. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later.